Let me just tell you this. Things are not going well. That man right there. Not even this free kick from Declan Rice could save Arsenal's season. Chasing down the mighty Reds throughout the entirety of the year, but at the end of the day, standing there with nothing. Even Crystal Palace have picked up a trophy, and so has Newcastle United. And to make things worse, even Spurs did. So, what's going on? How can Arsenal fix this mess? How can they go and win trophies again? Despite all the memes of them going trophyless again, we have to understand Arsenal have great history backing them. I mean, Ty from Arsenal Fan TV always reminds us, invincibles. But at the end of the day, Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, those were leaders in an incredible squad. That was a team to be feared. And today, that is not the case. Arsenal needs that bite about them again, the aggressiveness on the pitch, and most importantly, they need to step up their game in the transfer window. As Liverpool is seemingly getting Wirtz, Kerkez, Frimpong, Manchester City is getting Reinders, Cherki, Ait Nouri, Arsenal need to step up their game instantly. Who is going to be their new striker? What is Mikel Arteta's plan? Let's see if we can find out today. So how about we start this off by stating the obvious. That man right there, is definitely leaving Arsenal. Raheem Sterling, your story is done here. And the same goes for Neto. No point in keeping him, right? My buddy Nuno Tavares over here is definitely going across to Lazio. They want to keep him permanently. And Arsenal's season obviously finished with them in second with 74 points, 10 points behind Liverpool. And this is where it gets interesting. Because if you take a look at teams like Newcastle, Aston Villa, and even Nottingham Forest in the 7th position, Arsenal were closer to them, which is like 9 points to Nottingham Forest, than to the actual title winners Liverpool. So was it even a title race at the end of it? And this might be the reason why. Kai Havertz, 19 goal contributions as a striker. Bukayo Saka is trying to carry the team with 25 goal contributions, whilst others needed to chip in as much as they can to really push Arsenal to these new heights, with set pieces becoming the norm, Gabriel becoming a goal scorer. But the main issue clearly is that Arsenal needs a leading man up top. And Kai Havertz, we appreciate you and all, but it's just not enough, buddy. But hey, if you ask me, Raya, Saliba, Gabriel, Declan Rice, even Odegaard at points, not always, I gotta be real, and also Bukayo Saka, these are players who are world class. And even Timber, in my opinion, is slowly pushing into that region, and Lewis Skelly is showing the ability to be put into that category somewhere down the line in the future. But what Arsenal really needs is a striker, and they're linked to many. Is it going to be the young striker from Leipzig, Sesko, who has managed to get 21 goals and 6 assists in 45 appearances? Or will it be the Swedish god, Gyökeres, 52 games, 54 goals and 13 assists? Who is Arsenal choosing? In my opinion, Gyökeres would probably be the safer option, but he is 27. For now, it seems like most media outlets are expecting Sesko to join Arsenal as they have open talks to sign him. So Arteta is making an offer of 50 million now, and it seems like it's gonna work out for Arsenal. Next season, Sesko is coming in. And so the new striker walks in. I highly doubt he's gonna have number 30 on his back, but Arteta finally might have his striker. But here, the question once again is he relying on a youngster to perform again rather than going for a possibly finished product more experienced in Gyökeres? I get it though. Gyökeres never played outside of Portugal in one of the top leagues, so can't really call that experience in some sense, but his numbers are insane. So in he comes, new season, 83 rated, 22 years old, 86 pace, 82 shooting, 82 dribbling, 6'5". He has power shot, technical flair, acrobatic, aerial. But Arsenal fans, let me warn you. I watched this guy before he joined into the Bundesliga. I watched him play for Salzburg, where he some days would look like the best striker in world of football, where like Manchester United and stuff were linked to him back in the day. And some other days he would look like basically David Nunez, because David Nunez also had a very bad conversion rate at Liverpool. Sesko was known for missing tons of big chances back when he played in Austria, and he has kind of gotten better at it. He has done better in Germany, but let me just warn you, you're not getting a completely finished product. However, I truly do believe that with the likes of Saka, Odegaard, Declan Rice, and possibly Martinelli or whoever Arsenal decides to sign as a left wing, Sesko can truly become a world-class striker to dominate for many years to come. So at the end of the day, even though Gyökeres might deliver performance now, Sesko long-term might just be the better signing. So if Sesko joins Arsenal, congrats, you made a great signing. But now let's start the rebuild by getting rid of players. Zinchenko has been linked to the likes of Lazio and AC Milan. Albert Sambi Lokonga is expected to sign for Sevilla in this summer transfer window if things work out. Karl Hein, the young goalkeeper, is expected to move away from Arsenal. Fabio Vieira's time at Arsenal might come to an end as well because Porto wants him back. And Gabriel Jesus recently has picked up some interest from Saudi. Last but not least, Reiss Nelson is expected to possibly move to Fulham. Oh, and on top, Nuno Tavares actually moves to Lazio, where he was loaned out to anyways. And here are the sales. Tavares, Jesus, Vieira, Reiss Nelson, Zinchenko, Tierney, Sambi Lokonga, and Hein have left us, bringing in 124.9 million in sold players and taking our budget to 267 million. And with that, my friends, our starting 11 and the bench are the only players that Arsenal have right now. So there is room to bring in a bunch of new members in. David Ornstein, one of the most reliable journalists out there, has come out and said Arsenal regard Martin Zubimendi move from Real Sociedad as done and signed. 26-year-old Spain midfielder expected a report at start of preseason with Arsenal. Obviously, just recently, there have been rumors about him possibly joining Real Madrid because Xabi Alonso is his idol, and Xabi Alonso has obviously become the manager at Real now, so people were making that connection instantly. But no, the deal is signed. And as Zubimendi now signs for Arsenal and puts on the shirt, one specific player should be very, very happy about this move because he gets to move forward up the pitch a little bit, score more goals, get more assists. Because now as Zubimendi comes in, he drops into that 6th position, does the defensive work as he does right here, and also helps with the build-up, which he is totally capable of. But that leads to Declan Rice getting more and more involved into the last third of the pitch. As he gets an assist here for Saka in pre-season, Declan Rice is going to be celebrating a lot more goal contributions next year. So Zubimendi comes in at the age of 26, 68 pace, 69 shooting, 80 passing, 81 dribbling, 81 defending, 74 physicality, 5'11", no playstyles, which really surprises me. But as I said, Zubimendi takes over the 6, and Declan Rice gets to move forward a lot more, be more involved in the attack, which in my opinion is his actual strength. He has developed into a class player, a great player when it comes to striking the ball as well. And as you've seen with Odegaard in the last season, many a times he's in a position where Arsenal fans are screaming at him, shoot, and he just doesn't. So Declan Rice, when in those positions, I think will do an even better job. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Gabriel Martinelli. Not much of an elephant to be fair, 5'10" tall, but lads, this guy has always been a very, very talented player. But the issue is, he's not getting enough goal contributions for Arsenal. And well, whilst Leandro Trossard is a solid lad, he is also 30. And I don't think Arsenal want to rely their future on a 30-year-old Belgian. And luckily, Rafael Leao is looking for an out at AC Milan, who haven't qualified for Champions League football, haven't won any trophies, failed in the cup finale. Rafael Leao is possibly looking for the next step. For 105 million, he's an Arsenal player. And look, if you ask me, turning Martinelli into a backup and possibly selling someone like Trossard, that might be the way to go. Leao comes in at the age of 26, 93 pace, 82 shooting, 82 passing, 86 dribbling, 5-star skill moves, 6'2" tall, incisive pass, rapid, flair, trickster, and quick step. This could truly, completely transform the Arsenal lineup in my opinion. If you add him into the mix of having Sesko up top, Saka on the wing, and also pushing Declan Rice up a spot because Zubimendi has joined in, I'm telling you, man, Arsenal might just be up there for trophies again. And look, it's not just me thinking about this and making this transfer up. Arsenal fans are talking about it. Would you take Rafael Leao at Arsenal? His game really suits the Premier League. He's quick and strong. He'd be cheaper than Rodrigo, so Arsenal should take a look. And yes, Arsenal have been linked to Rodrigo, but I feel like Leao could be cheaper now, as they say, and could be the right option maybe. Now, Arsenal actually have another issue to fix. Raya now is the only goalkeeper in the squad now that we have let go of Hein. And well, some Arsenal fans might not like this, some others might. Kepa Arrizabalaga has now apparently been signed for 5 million. They have activated the release clause and he's going to become the backup goalkeeper to David Raya. We all remember Kepa at Chelsea. Let's see how it works out at Arsenal. I don't think he's going to get much play time, but if Raya does get injured, they will have to rely on him. And Kepa somehow gets the number 1 on his back. What the hell is going on here? We need to change that, unless Raya has a specific number he loves, but this man is now becoming a backup for us. 10 million I paid for him. I had to, but I just realized he's only 30 years old and I still remember the time, man, when he was at Athletic Bilbao. I thought this guy's going to be the next big thing. And then Chelsea obviously did the same and they signed him. And we all know how that went. But Kepa now here, 30 years old. Yeah, that's good. That's actually very good as a backup goalkeeper. Can't lie. And so for the first season, this is our starting lineup. Let's see what these guys can achieve. And so here we are in our first finale. We could be winning our first trophy if Sesko manages to cross it over to Rafael Leao. 4 minutes in, Arsenal are leading in the Carabao Cup final. This could be the first trophy of Arteta after that FA Cup he won 5 years ago. But it actually turns out Arsenal do win this Carabao Cup trophy. It might not be a major trophy for some, but still at the end of the day, this was an important first step towards becoming a club that lifts silverware again. And this obviously will be important for the team building. These types of moments strengthen the bond between players. However, in the Champions League, Arsenal loses against Stuttgart out of all the squads in there. That is not good enough. Kicked out by a team like Stuttgart, whilst our squad is at least twice as good at this stage. And now with just 1 game to go, there is hope of Arsenal winning the Premier League title. We are up against Nottingham Forest, and our opponents, Manchester City, are going to be facing the likes of West Ham at home. And as we go into the last game, we are winning 3-0. What about City? What have they done? Here we go. The moment of truth. City have actually won. All right, well, Carabao Cup. Yay. Look, it might not be the biggest trophy of them all, but the team is growing. 88 rated Leao, Sesko 87, Saka 90, Declan Rice as a centre midfielder dropped in his rating. That's okay, we got plenty of time. Zubimendi up to an 86, which is class. Odegaard 89 rated. That has to be one of the best midfields in the Premier League right now, so I'm very happy with that. And defensively, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber looking incredible, whilst Calafiori is trying to catch up. I don't think Calafiori is a left back. Don't get me wrong. He is, if anything, a third left back and a 3 at the back on the left-hand side. Why did I just say all of that? Just say left centre back and a 3 at the back. Anyways, that guy, I don't think is a left back. So we're going to have to look for a player to fit into that position. But other than that, I'm actually pretty happy with how this team is looking in terms of depth and everything. We don't have too many players. We have quality players. And well, this season's top performer is Bukayo Saka, 34 and 22. Sesko close behind him, 31 and 5. And then Leao, debut season, 27 and 11. And now a new left back for the new season. An Italian to replace an Italian. Andrea Cambiaso, 72 days ago, was linked to Arsenal. So I thought, you know what? Might as well get someone in that they were linked to, and this is a big one. Now, obviously, he can play as a right back and as a left back. He is left-footed, so for me, Calafiori, buddy, I'm sorry, but you now have competition, and in my opinion, this guy should take over straight away. This guy has a legendary name. People will remember Cambiaso as a football player from back in the days, but 26 years old, 80 pace, 70 shooting, 79 passing, 81 dribbling, 79 defending, 6 foot tall with 3 very, very good play styles. This type of signing could make a huge difference for us as we go into the next season. I do believe he has enough room to go up a lot. He has at least 6 years that he can play in that position for us, which is pretty much perfect. This season, the Conference League has gone to Panathinaikos, the Europa League belongs to Napoli, and Real Madrid have won the Champions League. Which means, yet again, no European trophy for Arsenal yet. But, despite not having the player of the season in Haaland, we still managed to win the Premier League title. Bukayo Saka is right next to it there. Let's take a look into the league table. Arsenal have dominated 89 points, 8 points ahead of Manchester City. This is outstanding. This is exactly what Arsenal needed in this past season. And look, it started off with a good game against Man City in the FA Community Shield. Then we somehow lost against Southampton in the Carabao Cup final. Don't ask me how. And well, in the FA Cup, Liverpool had kicked us out. And this team has pulled it off. Sesko up top with Leao and Saka, all of them above the 90 rating, which means Playstyle Plus. For Sesko, it's Flair Plus. For Leao, it's the Quick Step Plus, which I believe he might have had already. Saka is now on Whipped Pass Plus, which is obviously good. Sesko is a tall lad. Declan Rice and Zubimendi, 88 rated. Odegaard, 91. We have Cambiaso up to an 85. Timber up to an 87, Gabriel and Saliba, and also David Raya looking world class with a very strong bench where Nwaneri is now up to an 80. Such a talented player, by the way. Arsenal, I really hope you will give this guy the playtime he deserves, which is tough to do because obviously he's up against Saka. And while Saka is still the man, 36 and 16. I don't know how the hell Haaland has beat him to the player of the tournament. He should have been the player of the season. Leao 31 and 14, Sesko 34 goal contributions, and Odegaard actually last season had 30 goal contributions, this time 25, doing pretty well from centre midfield. However, in the Champions League, Real Madrid have kicked us out, and so we go into the new season, letting go of some aging players. Merino for 34 million, Trossard for 23.8. And to win a European trophy for Arsenal, we need to step it up. We have 497 million to spend. My friends, we could go absolutely crazy here. And guess what? Now we are going in for a new midfielder. Instead of Merino, it's Ezequiel Palacios putting on the shirt of Arsenal for Mikel Arteta. And look, it's a signing for which we have to spend 85.3 million, but you need world-class squad depth in order to make things happen these days. So Palacios now comes in at the rating of 86, as you can tell. He's 28 years old. He has all the stats, everything above 80 except physical and pace. But he does have the intercept and anticipate playstyle. For me, in that season where Leverkusen have gone invincible, I was most impressed with Palacios personally. I still cannot wait for him to make a move and just join a bigger club that plays on the European stage all the time. But this could be his chance. And to back up Zubimendi, Boubacar Kamara, former Olympique Marseille and now former Aston Villa, is joining into our team. Such a quality player. When he was at Marseille, playing CDM, playing centre-back, playing any position really, I was so impressed by him. And at the time, I always thought like, Manchester United should have purchased him instead of Aston Villa. I think he came in on a free or whatever. So, yeah, Kamara, now here he is, backing up Zubimendi. We needed the midfielders because we do have a striker backup. We have two wingers who are talented. We have Palacios and Kamara for midfield now. Calafiori, Tomiyasu can play on both fullback positions and centre-back. We also still have Kivior, and we do have Kepa to back up our goalkeeper. So, this is now truly a squad that should be up there for any trophy. And yes, the team was good enough to make it into the FA Cup final. Declan, thank you. Saka over to Sesko. What a turn! Benjamin Sesko for the FA Cup. Arsenal is going for yet another trophy. Nice, Declan. Saka. Odegaard. Sesko again. He's on fire. Unstoppable. It's his work that will get us to lift the FA Cup. And so Martin Odegaard has the honors of lifting it this time around again. But after this game, we had to step up against Liverpool in the Champions League. Initially, it was a terrible start. Endrick ran through our defense and scored just 8 minutes in. This was not a good look for our defense, but we would try our best to come back into it. So immediately, we had to step up with Sesko, and so he did. Equalizing after 11 minutes, Arsenal were back into the mix and wanting to lift this trophy too. But in a Champions League semi-final, opponents like Endrick just don't stop scoring. Second goal, 28 minutes in, the Brazilian is enjoying himself away from Real Madrid, and it is us getting kicked out. Yes, Endrick has kicked us out of Champions League football, and Arteta was not a happy man after that one. And the pain didn't stop there. Manchester City have won the Premier League title, Arsenal only coming in second. Now, some of these world-class players that we have in our squad who've surpassed the 90 rating, who look ready to lift European trophies, are possibly looking for an exit. One of these players will now leave Arsenal in the upcoming transfer window, and it's a painful one. Bukayo Saka, however, is committed. 39 and 24. He wants that Champions League trophy badly, alongside Sesko and Rafael Leao. The front three is safe. And to no surprise, Liverpool are the ones who are lifting the Champions League trophy after having kicked us out. And why am I showing that? Because our captain has left. Odegaard has moved to Liverpool because he believes that they can win more and more trophies with him part of their squad. He left Arsenal and he's gonna pay for it. Liverpool, next season, I'm not letting you win anything. I have nearly 500 million to spend, and I know exactly who's gonna replace Odegaard in this lineup. Look at him, the best midfielder in the world, the Champions League winner, Vitinha, former Wolves player who didn't make it in their team. Now he's joining Arteta and his boys to replace Odegaard. What a replacement this is. We are going for all the trophies this time. Trust me, Arteta and these lads are not letting it slip. 100 million I had to spend on this transfer, but at the end of the day, he goes in there instead of Palacios. Don't get me wrong, who is an amazing player. Could have gotten his chance to be a starter, but yeah, if we lose a 92 rated player, I needed one of the best out there who has proven himself. Vitinha now back in the Premier League, 28 years old, 89 rated, 5'8", tiki-taka plus, finesse shot, intercept, technical, relentless, all the things you want to see in a season where I am fully expecting this front three to do wonders, supported by an amazing midfield and an incredible defense. It's time for Arsenal to win the biggest European trophy. And Arsenal are back at the end of the season. 86 points to win the Premier League title. The Community Shield also belongs to Arsenal with a victory over Man City. The FA Cup, as you can see right there, we dropped out against West Brom. But hey, Champions League football. Here we go. Arsenal in the 5th position to start things off. Round of 16, we beat Juventus, as in the playoffs, Liverpool lose against Lille. Lille out of all the teams. Round of 16, obviously, we got past. Lille gets past Dynamo Kiev. They keep going. We step up against Real Madrid, beat them again as they have done in real life, as Lille beats Dortmund. Yes, keep track of Lille. And as we go into the semi-finals, the French team beats the other French team 4-0 on aggregate, and we beat Benfica. And now we're up against the side that has beaten Odegaard and Liverpool. Lille against Arsenal is the new final. And we achieved all of this without Odegaard, of course, but with Vitinha in the team. I believe, personally speaking, the captain of this team should either be players like Gabriel or Saliba, but for me, Declan Rice could actually be an amazing captain for this Arsenal squad. Anyways, we have a ridiculous team. 93 rated Leao, 93 rated Sesko, who, by the way, has been amazing every time I played with the team. Saka on a 94. Declan Rice, 91 rated centre midfielder. No increase in pace, which is probably my bad. I should have focused on that a little bit more. Zubimendi looks great. We have Cambiaso on a 90. Saliba, Gabriel, 92. Raya now 33 years old, but 94 rated. 33 is a great age for a goalkeeper. Doesn't matter. Timber on a 91, and our bench looks ever so solid, as Palacios is the highest rated player alongside Kamara, but the originals from Arsenal look good enough to sub on. Even Kai Havertz could be useful. But let's go into the stats and see who has done best this season. Well, Here is the answer to that. Who is the Ballon d'Or contender? It will be Bukayo Saka. 48 and 15. Are you kidding me, man? This man has 63 goal contributions in 66 games. Sesko, 32 and 7. Highly impressive. Vitinha, first season, outscoring my left wing. That's what I wanted to see. He has proven himself as a great replacement for Odegaard, who bailed on us. And honestly, looking at the lineup of Lille, I don't know if I should be scared or if I should be looking forward to this. Teams like these always worry me. 4-4-2 setup, 78 attack, 79 midfield, 79 defending. How did they make it to the Champions League final? And so these lads are preparing themselves for the Champions League final. Can we beat Lille to pick up this trophy? And so it begins. This Arsenal team, I've used it a couple of times already. By the way, let me know, guys, in the comments down below if you like the way we have involved gameplay a little bit more into this video than just at the end of it. I personally really enjoyed being able to test out the team along the way of the rebuild, getting a feel for it. And I gotta tell you, man, Sesko is a beast. I cannot tell you how much fun it is to use a tank like him up top who also has so much pace. There he goes. He now has 5-star skills as well. Look at him. Look at him go. Look at him go. He's going to strike this and try and get his first goal. Come on, step up. That's not good enough. I need to get closer. Okafor. Oh, that's a good pass. Over to Mika. I don't even know who Mika is, but he's taking a shot. Declan. Over to Sesko, the 1-2. Sesko, I'm going to find you again. Why would you head it? Brother, use your feet. Rafael Leao down the left wing. There we go. This is the pace I'm looking for. Show me more. Show me more, son. Whip the cross in. Goes for Sesko. Decent attempt at the header. Saka is open. Bukayo now wants to go for Sesko. Sesko is moving away a little bit here. Goes into Saka. The golden boy of Arsenal. Scores in the 65th minute. Finally, a European trophy might be coming Arsenal's way. Sesko gets the assist. It's the other way around, actually. I would have expected Saka to get the assist and Sesko to score, but this pretty much should solidify the fact that Saka wins the Ballon d'Or. Too much space down the left. That is exceptional. Oh, no. That could be a red card as well for Saliba, you know. It is a yellow. I'm thankful that it's just a yellow, but we gave away a penalty. Simeone, bottom right. No, top right. Lille is actually back into this game with their first shot, man. You've got to be kidding. Don't you dare bottle it now. What is going on? Zubimendi. Bro. I'm telling you, lads. Lille is going mental right now. Over to Rafael Leao. Rafa, pass and move. Sesko, find him. Yes, Rafael Leao. Come on, son. Run away from him. Cut in, near post. No way. They actually stop him. By the way, Rafael Leao used to play for Lille, if I'm not mistaken. Chegrova. He whips the cross in. Oh my God, Gabriel just ends it. Okay, we're going into extra time. I don't know what the hell is going on here. Vaneri now comes on for Saka. I am also going to be bringing on Gabriel Martinelli and also Palacios. I'm going to move Declan Rice into CDM, put Palacios into centre midfield. Defensively, I do need someone to take over the centre-back position. Kamara could play there. I do have Tomiyasu. I think I'm going to go Calafiori. That's the right choice, probably. And then the rest can stay like this for now. Bro, I can't get a touch in. Except now, Palacios with the interception. That might just decide this game. Vaneri is through. Stop. Cut back in. Vaneri still goes. Sesko, get the hell out of my way, man. This is going to go into penalties unless they score now. Oh, no, man. It's actually going to pens. I can't lose this finale, man. This is just going to turn Arsenal into another meme. Vitinha. Great shot. Top right. Unsavable. Raya. 33 years old. Angel Gomez. Top right again. Palacios is a really good penalty taker. And it shows. Come on. Mika against Raya. He's going to go bottom left. I freaking knew it. Raya saves it. Declan Rice to smack it top left again. Here we go. Raya. Left. Right. Right it is. Ah, come on. And now Sesko. Power. Power, buddy. Power! That's what I like to see. Raya against Simeone. He scored once. He went top right this time. Opposite. Gabriel Martinelli to win it all for Arsenal. Can he do it? Martinelli! Arsenal have won the Champions League trophy. Finally, after all these years, it has been done. Mikel Arteta and his boys have pulled it off. And here comes Declan Rice, their captain, lifting the Champions League trophy. What a moment for Arsenal. And I gotta tell you, man, they're not too far away from it in terms of quality in the team. But as you can tell in World of Football, a lot of teams are improving incredibly. Just now, Fabrizio Romano has given the here we go for Florian Wirtz to join Liverpool, which I'm obviously madly excited about. But this is going to be an unreal season coming up. If everyone's teams can stay fit, we're in for a beautiful year of football. PSG, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Manchester City, Arsenal, so many top teams just on fire. And hey, don't forget Bayern Munich. I mean, so many top teams. I'm excited, man. And here is the moment. Kaká is announcing Bukayo Saka is the winner of the Ballon d'Or, surrounded by Rafael Leao and Sesko, all of them nominated. Cannavaro recognizing a great attacker, and Kaká handing over the trophy. Saka definitely, if Arsenal was to win the Champions League at some point during his career, he probably would be the one to win the Ballon d'Or. And hey, that is a possibility. Arteta, you finally have all your trophies collected. Lads, this has been a ton of fun. Arsenal, congrats on the transfers if you actually pull them through. I'm excited to see what else is going to be happening in this upcoming transfer window, as the one for the Club World Cup, I believe, has now shut down, and the real one is starting in about a week or so. So yeah, that's it. Arsenal, this squad right here that we have put together, this one, it's a really, really good one. Have a good day. Take care and peace.